Hello there, lovely people. This is me, Ashley, here, sending my love to you from whatever reality I'm in today, to whatever reality you happen to find yourself in. I'm making this video because I'm absolutely livid, to be honest. I've gone past any kind of holding it in. Um, right, let me explain. During my last live video, somebody kindly came on and told me that I'm a cult. You're a cult. So I replied, I'm a cult. Like, just think about what you just said there. You're a cult. I personally am a cult. So I put I'm a cult, thinking that the man might have the brains to, hi 2222, thinking that the man might actually have the brains to realise what he's just said. How can I be a cult? But no, no, he didn't. So he messaged back to say, I'm glad you agree. And and then, so to cut a long story short, I I commented back, Elizabeth, darling, hello, hi, another Rick, hi. I commented back to this individual that will probably be joining us as soon as he realises I've gone live. Um, I said to him that I found it really sad that that's what he was doing, that he was assuming he'd basically just made up what he thinks he knows about me in his head and assumed, and that I found that really rather sad. And hi, Angaina, hi. I found it rather sad that that's what he had brought in, that's what his life had come to. But the thing that's really getting to me is on one of them, he actually put Jesus saves, and I put, yes, he does. Okay. Now, I didn't think anything more of this, but then a friend messaged me to let me know that this individual had made a hit piece on me. Um, and the thing that gets to me is that I don't care what the non affected think. I'm not watching it. I don't give a shit what they say about me. I really don't. But the point, really, for me, and why I'm making this now, is the fact that I am sick of the assumptions about us. I am sick to death of the assumptions that the people that aren't affected, the non-affected, think about us and what we believe. And hi, everybody, thank you so much for being here. And the thing is that it's like the assumptions and the misunderstanding of what it is that we think and what it is that we believe and what it is that we're going through are just driving me insane. They're driving me insane. I mean, whether anybody believes me or not is irrelevant. I'm not trying to. I mean, this person, um, I actually, I noticed that after I'd put, Brian, you're here. Right. Look, I can't find you on Facebook. I can't find you on Facebook. So I'm going to try and find a way of giving you my telephone number because I need to speak to you. Um, and thank you, as always, Brian, really. I can't find that anywhere, Brian. I can't. They're hiding it from me, which they do. I mean, I know that sounds like really paranoid, but they do hide things from me. So try again, please. Can you undo it and put it back again? And hopefully I'll get that. And then we can be in contact. But this guy, um, his remarks were removed. Now, somebody else in the meantime had come on and started waffling about quantum, right? About how it was all quantum and that what we believe. So I realised that this man, as I clicked on, I realised that I couldn't get to it, that I couldn't even find the person who had made the last comment. So I thought, can I find the original person who'd made the actual hi whale, who'd made this video about me? So I found it, and I didn't watch it because I don't care. I got enough from it, from what it was titled. I didn't want to watch it. I don't care what he says about me, but what I do care about is the complete misrepresentation of what we believe. Not just me, he used me, but it's not just about me, it's all of us. He's insulting all of us with his assumptions. And that's what's pissing me off. First of all, his title was that I don't believe in God, in brackets, the Bible, and that I have no problem with paganism, right? And so I decided to ask him in a very polite way, actually, can I have the right to reply, please? Because surely I have the common courtesy of a right to reply. To which he said, no, straight up, no, you do a live. He said, you do it on your channel and send everybody my way. And I will, like, he was going to give you the truth about the things that I'm teaching you. Right. So, and at the end, Jesus saves. So I said, no, give me the right of reply. Talk to me, speak to me. And I'm waiting to hear back, but I can pretty much see he's going to say no. The thing is that I'm not going to send anybody his way because, you know, first I'm going to answer to him because I need to, but I'm not sending anybody else. No, and you can't get a hint at who this is. I don't want to do that because he wants me to for a start. You know what I mean? No, I'm not giving him that satisfaction for no other reason than I'm answering him here now. First of all, I'm not teaching anybody anything. If you'd like to have a look at the title of this channel, it's called Reality Sliders Mandela Affected. So it's clearly for people that are Mandela affected. If you bother to even look at all at the rest of my channel, especially from the beginning, you would see my journey and everything that I've gone through. If you bother to read the comments that people write, you can see that I'm not teaching anybody anything. I came and made this channel for no other reason than I thought I was losing my mind. When the Mandela effect happened, I thought my world was turned upside down and I lost the plot, just like many other people do. When you find out you're Mandela affected, you know, I mean, what do you think happens, first of all, these ridiculous people with their own assumptions? First of all, they seem to think that we go, oh, I'll have a look about the Mandela effect. Oh, I want to join in with that. Or another one is, don't look at Mandela effects because they'll brainwash you. Like we just come on and decide to have a look at a Mandela effect video and then we get brainwashed. It doesn't work like that. We see changes and I mean, not all of us that have channels do this. They don't share the way I do. Many channels, many people that are Mandela affected don't speak like I do. But I did because for me, speaking's easy. You know, I don't have a problem speaking. And I was reaching out to anybody else that was like me because it's the most lonely thing in the world. The most lonely thing in the world, to realize that all the changes that you've been seeing are really happening and that other people are having it happen to them too. We need each other. We need each other so much. We're not a cult. That's the first thing I'm going to say. We're not a cult. What makes us a cult is individual people that are going through a mind-bendingly scary, scary, arse twitching, don't understand what the hell's going on. We're living through that. We're living through it. And we reach out to each other because we need to talk to other people that are also going through it. So when I make this channel and I speak on this channel, it's about my personal experiences. I'm not teaching anybody anything. I'm not trying to coax people in. I'm not in any way trying to convince you or anybody else that the Mandela effect is real. What I'm doing is reaching out to other people that see the same strange, fucked up, scary shit that I do. And thankfully, many have found me and I'm not so lost and alone anymore. So well done you for giving a shit about people's feelings and about what people are going through. How terribly Christian of you. How terribly Christian of you. This is what really annoys me. The next thing I'm going to come to is the fact that you've actually said that I don't believe in God and that we don't believe in God. Well, yes, we do. We do. In fact, the Mandela effect has brought more people back to God, and some, in fact, to racing towards God, because it's scary. It's shit scary is what it is, because it's real and it's happening. So we race and cling to God. And if you'd have bothered to even go down and have a look at any of my other stuff, you'd have seen my journey, my spiritual journey, that you say that, you know, that ME, the quantum ME, isn't spiritual. Right. Who the fuck do you fucking think made quantum physics Who made quantum? God, you absolute knobhead. God made everything. So you with your cult of quantum, you're wrong. We don't believe it's a quantum thing. We don't. You're thinking that we all believe it's quantum. The vast majority of us believe that it's biblical and it is spiritual, because the land, even if it is quantum, which we don't even believe it is, but even if we did, who the fuck do you think made the quantum realm? God made the quantum realm, you absolute twat. You don't even think that far. You just assumed that we believe in the cult of quantum, but we don't. Stop assuming. Stop fucking assuming. You see, normally I try and be calm about these things, but I can't be calm when I'm being assumed about. I cannot be calm when somebody is misrepresenting the thing that many of us are going through. And from what I can tell, you see, I mean, we don't believe in the Bible. We do believe in the Bible, but we know that the Bible has been changed from our Bible. It's changing into your Bible, right? None of us actually know why. We don't claim to know why. We don't know what's going on. It scares the shit out of us. It scares the shit out of us. And what do? You start rambling on about how we don't believe in God. It makes us cling to God more, you moron. It makes us reach out. I have cried so much to my Creator. I have cried, and if you'd have bothered to watch anything, you would have seen my coming back to Jesus and how, through the Mandela effect, I came back to Jesus. You assumptive little shit. And I'm getting angry because people like you make what we're going through so fucking hard. It's bad enough dealing with this without people assuming that they know what we're going through and what it is. None of us know what it is, and the vast majority of us say we don't know what it is. We just know that something weird is happening to us, and the vast majority of us have either found God for the first time or have reconnected spiritually. So don't you dare say that the Mandela effect is quantum unspiritualness, because it isn't. To us, it's very spiritual because it's made us cling more to our Creator. And let me put it another way. Our Bible is changing. You say that it hasn't changed. You say that it's changing into your Bible, right? Our Bible is changing into your Bible, but we're both still here. You haven't been raptured away because you're so special. I haven't been raptured away because I'm so special, but I don't claim to be special. I claim to reach out to other people and share my experiences. And you've come along and just totally misrepresented them and everything we believe in. When we first get affected, when we first realise that what we've been noticing is a real thing and other people do feel it as well, one of the very first things that actually got to me more than anything was the Sistine Chapel and the creation of Adam. Because where I come from, he isn't in a red brain reaching across like he's equal. God is in heaven, in blue heaven above. And that freaked me the fuck out. Freaked me out unbelievably. And the changes in our Bibles freak us out. But whatever it's happening for, we don't claim it's quantum. People like you claim that we claim it's quantum, but we don't. Because we don't know. None of us know. None of us. We don't know. That's why we need to speak to each other. And that's why people like you, I mean, if for instance, all this is like we are seeing things that and somebody actually went on to mention, obviously because they've been around your video about me, mentioning the fact that at the end times, the devil has God gives the devil the change time and actually create all this. Well, we believe that. We believe that. It's just that we see it and you don't. That how you be throwing that kind of stuff at us. We believe that. The vast majority of us, we see the changes. We don't like the changes. We're not reveling them. We're not glorifying them. Nobody is trying to make people that don't believe it's real. Unless those people, like you, think that you have the right say about us. But if for some chance we were actually, we were going to, we were the ones, we are going to hell, and it's all terrible for us, right? Way to go, you. What a wonderful Christian. Do you know what? When I found about this Mandela effect, I cried for the 8 billion souls on this planet. I cried and begged God to be merciful on us all, because I could feel, and I now knew, end times were coming without a shadow of a doubt. I knew end times were coming, and I prayed for every single soul. And yet people like you, what do? You condemn and you judge. Judge ye not, lest you be judged. Judge ye not, lest you be judged. That's what we know from our Bible. And you just have helped to make my life a misery when I'm already going through enough by assuming that I don't believe in God and I don't believe in the Bible. I do. I believe in both. I can't wait for Jesus to come back. I can't. I don't think that I'm worthy enough to be taken. I don't think I'm worthy enough. You seem to think you are. See, that's the difference between people like us and people like you. We try and work out what's going on. That's all we've ever done. So, when we first become Mandela affected, we look at everything. We cling to our Creator, but we look at everything because it's happening to us. But we don't, as a collective, we don't even believe the same things because nobody knows. Nobody knows. But don't use me as an example of the Mandela effect being, I don't believe in God. I do. I believe in God. I believe Jesus is coming back. And I can't wait. I can't wait because all this madness will end. But I don't think I'm worthy. I don't think I'm better. You clearly do. You clearly do. And as for like, not agreeing with paganism, I think misrepresented me there as well. I actually said that everybody is Mandela affected across the board. It's not just non-Christians. It's not just it's everybody from every country and every religion and none. So you're just making assumptions. You don't know anything. We don't even have the same. We don't share the same reality at the same time. We haven't all shared the same reality. We never have, I don't think, because my first changes were in the 80s. So you're not even prepared to actually talk to me, and that's what really pisses me off. You're all quite happy spouting your nonsense, your assumptions, your lies, your misrepresentation for your own agenda. When what I'm doing and the people that listen to me do, and come on and listen to my own journey, we're reaching out to each other. That's what we're doing. We're a fellowship of people. We're not a cult. Something is happening to us, and we need each other. That's as near as it comes to being a cult, because we don't all believe the same thing, except for the fact that quite a lot of us, the vast majority of us, in fact, are very much connected to our God, our Creator. Can't wait for the coming of Jesus. So, your assumptions are always wrong. I even tried to tell you, I've said, yeah, Jesus does save, he does. But quite frankly, it worries me, people like you that think that you're already, you're fine, I'm fine, I don't worry about anybody else. You don't worry about the fact that you're calling me a teacher. I'm not teaching anything. What I'm doing is telling people what I'm going through and hoping that's all I've ever done. This is what's happening in my life. This is the crazy shit that I'm going through. And thankfully, and actually, I found out about the Mandela effect, that what I was going through directly after praying. You see, every step of the way, my coming back to Jesus, every step of the way has been shown to me in increments over time because I prayed to God, to Jesus, and he came back to me. And if you'd have bothered to actually look down and see, you'd have noticed that. But no, you just clicked on, joined in a live discussion and made assumptions that are totally and utterly false. We don't know what's happened to us or why. But nobody's trying to convince anybody else. We're just here to talk to each other because we're going through the most crazy, mind-blowing thing ever. When reality changes, and it really does, we need each other, but we cling to our Creator. I mean, there's a lovely Elizabeth on here. She actually asked me to make that one of the people that asked me to go live the other day because she needed to be in contact with people that aren't like the outside world, that do believe in Jesus and God, and that's what we need about each other. You with your ridiculous assumptions and you're hiding behind. Hiding. You're not showing your face. You're not even talking to me. You're not even prepared to talk to me. It's just, no, answer by your channel and send everybody my way because of the hocus pocus I'm teaching. I'm not teaching any hocus pocus. I'm saying this is happening to me. And I put every single thing in the trust of my God, which is the same God that you're supposed to believe in. Yet you're not really behaving in a very Christian way, are you? Because you can't even be asked to understand what it is we're actually going through, what we feel. And it isn't a belief, it's a knowing. We now know we were created. You're still believing it, but we know we were. And that's about as judgmental as I'm going to get. So people like you're not helping anybody. You're not helping yourself. You're not helping your own soul, your eternal soul. I mean, if we are actually going to go to hell, how loving are you? How absolutely, thoroughly Christian loving you've shown there. It's beyond me how you can even constantly claim to be coming from a Christian angle, because you're not. None of your behaviour is Christian. None of it at all. So I really, oh, he's here, but I'm going to remove it. I don't want to give him any advertising, because he's clearly still not listening to a word I'm saying. No, apparently I'm not Christian. Ha! No, he can decide. He can decide who's Christian and who isn't. Him, that idiot, is the one who gets to decide who's Christian and who isn't. You know, that's what gets to me. He's not even listening. That's the whole point here for me. That's the whole point here for me. He wasn't even be prepared to listen. He was just, you're not a Christian. Ha! Sod that. Sod it. I'm done with that. You see, it's happening to us, so I'm not going to debate anything. I'm not prepared to debate anything. But I would be happy to actually talk to him. But look at his attitude straight away on giving it, ha, you're not a Christian, ha. Because of course he's the judge of who's a Christian and who isn't. Or because I'm going through the Mandela effect, I'm not a Christian. Way to judge people. Loving it. They don't realise how much it affects us. It actually affects us, and it doesn't. I mean, if this had have happened maybe 12 months ago, I would have been in tears. I would have been having a mental breakdown because of the comments that he made. It would have affected me that badly, because I was in such a spiritual mess at the time. His comments would have. I'd have been sobbing my heart out. I'd have been in an absolute mess. But no, they don't care about that. They're that self-righteous in their own beliefs that he thinks that he can decide who's Christian and who isn't. Do you know what I mean? That's... I pity them. I do. I do. I mean, I've just said all of that, explained why his assumptions were wrong, and then he decides that the only thing he can tell me is that I'm not a Christian. You know, so he's gone. I'm not proving to anyone. I'm not here to prove to anyone. Dana, you're right. And I'm not here to prove to anyone. And I'm not here to try and get anybody to believe me. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to connect to you guys. But this person wasn't prepared to give me a right of reply. He just thought he could come on my live and laugh at me calling myself a Christian. How dare he? How dare he? Hi, Richard. Hi, nice to see everybody here. Thank you guys for joining. But it's like, no, I don't want to debate. I mean, like I was saying the other night with Joey Rocha, if he comes on, he said that he wants to teach people why the Mandela effect is wrong. Well, he's not going to be able to do that because it isn't. And he can't debunk anything, even though he thinks he has. He hasn't. You can't debunk the Mandela effect. And I'm not going to debate with anybody. But I have a right to people that are calling, like Joey, calling us morons and like that. individual that arrived a moment ago, who made the video about me. I mean, they don't want to hear. They don't want to hear that they're wrong and why they're wrong. But they're not interested in that. They're just interested in pumping out for their own agenda. And their own agenda seems to be a bit odd. I mean, that man, I think, there is clearly, he doesn't understand what we actually do believe. He's got no idea. And believe, it's not even a belief, it's a knowing, as I just said a minute ago. I know I'm created. Jesus came to me. And anybody that's seen that video, I'm a snotty, unbelievable mess. And yet that person thinks he can come on and say that I'm not a Christian and laugh at it. How dare he? You know, I mean, who are you? You're not even prepared to go live with me on your own channel so I can actually explain to people why you're wrong. But to say what the hocus pocus that I'm teaching is just, yeah, I know. I mean, full of it, aren't they? That's the one I'm always getting. I'm personally sick of this cult of quantum, like from Christians who don't see it. What do they think quantum is? God created everything. God created everything. We don't worship quantum. We worship God, but if you're going to come to it, they're talking about the quantum realm as if it's something that has got nothing to do with God. He made everything. And then, yeah, he is a fool, Brian. You're not wrong. So yeah, it's people like him. Like I said, it's people that don't understand it, that make assumptions, misrepresent us, talk absolute bollocks to people that, you know. If you don't see the Mandela effect, well, I'm glad you don't, because it's shit. I've said it loads of times. I still do not feel particularly blessed for seeing. I mean, at the minute, I'm with my family, and everybody half an hour or so, I'm seeing the weather map. The weather map, my country's changed. It's changed that much at the top of Scotland. I don't recognise it anymore. You know, it's just mind-blowing having to deal with the Mandela effect. And everything that it shows us, everything, why it's showing us, we don't know. Nobody knows. Some people are too into the science, but to be quite frank with you, most people, like myself, who used to be very scientifically minded, we don't believe in science at all anymore. You know what I mean? So the fact that people like this, not absolute knobhead, think that we are somehow the quantum, the cult of science and quantum, is like, shut up. And there he goes. There we go. No, I'm not. Oh, there we go. There we go. I'm sick of him. I am absolutely sick of him. There we are. He's gone again. I'm sorry about that. Had to come back. We're not Christians if we think the book's changing. And there you have it. Oh, and we don't know the Bible. We don't know the Bible. So, yeah, I'm not. No. Yeah, and we are speaking, but we yet again, he knows the Bible better than we do. 1 minute he's saying that it is real and that, it's a quantum thing and that we're believing quantum shit, and the next thing he says it's not. Oh, there he is again. So fake. Shut. You see, this is what I'm talking about. They're just absolute knobheads. Absolute knobheads, aren't they? You know what I mean? Really, it's just, but no, it's like, ignore him. Ignore him. I'm, just ignore him, because what's the point? He's not prepared to sit down and talk to me. And I've answered him, and he's still coming on here. He's not prepared to sit down and talk to me on his channel, and be open and let's have a discussion about it. No, he wants to come on here and start being a prick. Sounding like a 12-year-old. But no, it's like, there we are. I don't know what, I know we know the Bible very well, and we all know the Bible changes. Yes, we do, Athena. Oh, Lisa just visiting. You just, the actual person that I'm doing this video about just popped on. But I don't care. I mean, the man was not prepared to actually, talk to me. He just thinks it's all right to hide behind his little screen and give a shit. Oh dear, it's not a new. Oh, there we go. It's a new. I'm like, just It's a bunch of new age stuff now as well. No, it isn't. No, no, it isn't, love. Ah, these people, it's just a bunch of new age stuff. Yeah, yeah, of course it is. Like we're seeing reality change in front of our very eyes. That's new age stuff. Yes, of course it is. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, I know. There's a couple of them, all the same one with a number of different things. But I do, I block. If you're prepared to actually talk, then fair dues. But you're not. If you're not prepared to actually talk to me, and I'm not prepared to let you talk. But yeah, I'm not Corrie Jade, thank you. Let the clowns talk. No, not if you're actually going to not. You're just going to be a complete dick. There's no point, is there? These people haven't got a clue. They're so. They must be so worried. You know. Yeah, they really do hate us, Beth. They really do, and I really don't understand why. I don't get it. No, I don't get it. Why they're not? It doesn't sound like they're very secure, does it? To me, it doesn't sound like they're very secure in their own beliefs if they have to come out shouting about how we're wrong that much. If I was secure in my beliefs like that, I wouldn't be having to make videos about other people's beliefs. That's just unbelievable. There we go. And again. There we go. Oh, he's absolutely, completely determined, isn't he? Right. I'm actually blocking them all together, I think. No, they don't want to understand. That's the thing that gets to me. That's the thing that gets to me. They don't want to understand. They don't want to talk. They don't want to debate. Well, I won't debate. I won't debate. There is no debate. But I will tell you where you're wrong. Because if I don't make these videos to preach to anybody, to try and make anybody agree with me or believe anything, because I don't believe. I know, and I don't. So I don't care. I don't care. Anyway, guys, the person isn't prepared to actually talk in any kind of sensible way about it, as most of them aren't. They're quite happy to hide behind, silly screens and spout the nonsense. So anyway, I got cut off the other night because a family member arrived, so I'm really sorry about that, guys. And I just wanted to know how you were all doing, really, because it's been a bit draining, hasn't it? I'm absolutely bollocks with it all. I just wondered how you guys were going, how are you dealing with it? Because it's been really, really hard. Yeah, I know, it's been so bad, hasn't it, Richard? You just, I can't keep up with it. Yeah, no, Corrie Jade, that's exactly right. I mean, how sad can you be, really? Which is what I said to him. I actually said it. I think it's very sad that you're just making up stuff in your head about me. What a sad life you're leading. But I think it makes, I think they're frightened. I think they're frightened of it. That's why they attack us. They're frightened. How frightened do you think we are? And then they actually still come on and they're supposedly, they learn nothing. They're not prepared to listen to what we're saying. They're not even prepared to listen to what we're saying at all. So I'm not prepared to let them speak if they're not prepared to listen to me. No, I know, being brainwashed by YouTube. Yeah, it is everywhere. And oh, Corrie Jade, you're so right. No energy, such a yucky, icky feeling. Yes, very unsettling. Don't feel grounded. Shift us to a better place. 100% with you, Jade. Absolutely. This has been such a draining few weeks. Unbelievable. I mean, I know we've gone back, we're in the beginning of January and that never makes anybody feel good. And now we're in lockdown again and certain things aren't going away, but it's like, oh, drained, drained, drained. But I wouldn't dream of making a video about somebody else just to knock them. I wouldn't, if I don't agree with somebody, I leave them alone. I don't understand trolls. I don't understand these people. I mean, they're just not even slightly prepared to listen. You know, they're all to them. It's all a one-way system. Now to us, it's a one-way system because it's happening to us. It's actually happening to us. These people think that we're we're not, one, that we don't know our Bible. Two, that we are somehow worshipping the land of quantum, when quantum is made by God, you absolute numpties. That's something I really can't get my head around. The fact that, quantum is still God. But then, no, I'm not a Christian. Ha, I'm not a Christian. How dare I call myself one? You know, I, I don't teach anything. None of us teach anything. We share our experiences. And I mean, the thing that gets to me as well is that all this remembering suddenly happened all at the same time to millions of people across the world from 2016. What? What? We didn't remember these things before, just from 2016. There was a mass misremembering of things. Oh, yeah, I have to laugh. Well, you do have to laugh, don't you? You have to laugh, otherwise you go completely mad. But it's that thing of them not even beginning to understand what it feels like for us. What it feels like for us. They don't even want to understand what it feels like for us. To me, it's just clickbait. I mean, he wanted me to send everybody over to him. No, I'm not. Don't be so bloody stupid. Why would I do that? I don't want to do that. No. You just, yeah, multi-remembering. Multi-remembering. Yeah, I know. We still believe the things we don't believe. We know that's the one thing that we do know, is that we have a creator. It's the only thing we're sure of. So people like him that think that he can tell us what we believe and what we don't, and what makes us a Christian and what doesn't make us a Christian. I mean, the man's a fool. I feel very sorry for people like that. You're all misremembering from the last 6 years. Actually thinking back, my first changes were in the 80s, like I've said, but during this last wave of weird things happening, it was actually 2014 when I first saw changes. Now I know what it all is and how far back it goes. It was actually 2014. So yeah, it's a long, long time ago. But it was like nobody actually. I mean, there was that big wave that hit about 2016, but then you know nobody was misremembering shit before that. There wasn't like global misremembering going on until 2016, when suddenly everybody lost their mind and couldn't remember things properly. Oh, it's too much. It's too much. The thing, if the Bible here works and they get saved, great, just not what I grew up with. I agree, Richard. That's me. Why are they getting all aerated? Because it's changing into their Bible anyway. That's the thing that gets to me. It's changing into your Bible. We're saying it's changing into you. Why are we? Oh, I, I just, I just marvel at the stupidity. To be honest, I marvel at the stupidity. It's beyond me. Oh dear, excuse me. Not COVID, just my normal old lady smoker's chest. Yeah, I know. Bible thumpers help me out. Yeah. God gives us the right words to say at the right time and in the right way. Anyone seen this? It's killing me. Yes, I have. I know that one. Yes, but I haven't seen that for ages. But how dare they say that we don't know the Bible? We're saying it's changing into their Bible. So what's their problem? What's their problem? But I'm not trying to convince that man that I'm right. I'm just trying to tell him where he's got us all wrong. That's the difference. I'm not trying to convince him that the Mandela effect is real and he better believe in it. I don't want to do that. I'd never ever do that. Why would I want to do that to somebody? I would never do that to anybody. But what I am doing is replying to nonsense. So hmm. I know, me too, Lisa. Me too. It's worrying, but that's why I just get directly. I mean, I just get guided directly by God now. I just leave it all in His hands. Guide me, put things in. He has done for many years. put things in front of me that I've needed to see and know and do. And I found out about the Mandela effect directly after praying. You know what I mean? I've even said that, but these people don't want to actually, you know, they love to blame different versions of the Bible. Yeah, I know. See, the thing is that I was a born again Christian in my teens, and my Bible was the Good News Bible. But my grandma sent me a King James Bible. So my sister and I used to sit in bed, and she'd have the Good News Bible, and I'd have the King James Bible. And we'd get, one of us would open up, and we'd read out of the Bible. She'd read out of hers, I'd read out of mine, and we'd compare and sometimes have a laugh at the different way it was put, because the King James Bible has very specific language, which incidentally has changed. So I very, very, very well know my King James Bible, and yet people like that think that I don't know my Bible if I think it's changed, and I find that insulting. I find it very. I know the Lion and the Lamb is the wolf and the lamb. Yeah, I know. That's exactly what I thought, Athena. You were saying we're supposed to be looking for wolves in sheep's clothing. So what does that say? And that's exactly my point. Wolves are not to be trusted. That's my point. You got it there. Hello, Captain Kirk. You crazy Emmy nut yourself. Or as some say, you shifty fucker. So I know. So the thing is that, yeah, and sometimes they don't even believe when you do show them. There's a pastor that doesn't believe in the Mandela effect, and he's tried so hard to debunk it. And actually, during a live, he actually corrected his own Bible, because he could see the change, but he actually corrected the change in his own Bible that he'd had for 40 years. I hasten to add. So it's like, yeah, if they build it, he will come. I mean, that doesn't even make sense. Who is the he in the film that they're waiting to come? He? Who's this he? They makes more sense. Who is this he? Is there at any point in that film where they point out exactly who this he is that they're building it for? Then he'll come. You know, of course it's they will come. Saying he will come just doesn't even make sense, does it? Doesn't even make sense. So yeah, I mean, I'm not ever going to debate with anybody, and I'm certainly not ever going to try and prove anything to anybody. I'm just here. That's why I called my channel Reality Sliders, because it's about us. It just happens to be my channel that I made. My Reality Sliders, Mandela affected. It's not me trying to make anybody believe. It's me reaching out to people like you who are already going through it. And like I said, nobody's trying to. These stupid people aren't even prepared to hear us properly. So I'm not prepared to give a shit. I've said my piece, but no, I'm not sending anybody his way at all. I will be definitely not sending anybody his way, because he's not prepared to have me on and talk like a rational human being. He's just wanting to come on here with many different profiles and be a foolish troll. And I'm not keen on trolls. So thank you, lovely people, as always, for having my back. You know who you are. Thank you. And for being here for me. And I'm going to see if I can come on live a little bit more often. My daughter's heavily pregnant, so she goes to bed a bit earlier, so it looks like I might be able to get a few hours every night. So what I'd like actually is for you to give me some ideas in the comments about what you'd like to talk about, if anything. I mean, the whole point about going live is actually for us to talk to each other. It's just that I didn't know how long I was going to be ranting for, and sometimes it takes a while to upload a video, so I only went live to ramble, whereas normally I like to talk to you guys a little bit more. So I'm going to, community and, family. That's what I see you guys as. You mean everything to me. You're the only people I can actually really be completely honest with, really truthful with. So I'm really glad of that. I can't tell you how glad. All right then, lovely people. I might come on live tomorrow if I get the chance. I'm sorry it's always like a dead short notice, but I can't plan because I'm not with my family. I can't actually plan. But hopefully tomorrow night at about, well, at the moment, as I'm leaving now, it's 12:05. So it's generally about an hour, about 11 o'clock. So an hour from where you are now, if you're watching in the live at the minute, an hour from where you are now, I'll probably be coming on live tomorrow night. Okay. So thank you, lovely people. And, you know, just remember that we have each other, thankfully, and that people like that man making ridiculous assumptions, um, they don't matter while we have each other. It's the strength that we give each other that matters to me. That's why I made this channel in the first place, to reach out to people going through what I'm going through, and that's you guys. It's not for anybody else. I'm not trying to convince anybody, I'm not trying to prove anything. I just want to talk about my experiences with people like you who understand them. So, till next time, probably tomorrow night, my love to you all, lovely people. And yes, I think it could be the Great Deception. Okay, and on that, I'm sorry, I just actually needed to. Oh yeah, the video. In fact, Corey Jade, I might actually see if I can mirror that, but he very much does. And it's. I reached out to that man, and he still, after having corrected his own Bible, still told me that it was all a hoax. So what can you do? What can you do? I did say that we're a very loving, accepting bunch of people, and we're here for him, a little family that's here for him. But no, he still, after actually, correcting his own Bible, said it was a hoax. So what can you do? Anyway, till tomorrow, lovely people. My love to you all.